Some of you are new around here, so you don't know how things work. And that's okay because you're new and it's acceptable for you to not know how things work around here. So allow me to catch you up to speed. I am a man who has traveled far, who has traveled wide, who has traveled dry, and you can bet your sweet bippy I have traveled to places that make you wet. And throughout all my journeys, the ups and the downs, I have gained the knowledge of the superiors to become the man I am today. And that man is a doctor, professor, philanthropist, gynecologist, veterinarian, cafeteria lady with the big double D titties that serves you that slop on Mondays, professional dog walker, Burger King onion ring connoisseur, McDonald's protester, dildo expertise, clit finder, San Francisco 49er cheerleader, New Orleans Pelicans waterboy, die-hard New Orleans Saints #1 hater, the first black transphobic wizard in the Hogwarts universe. According to Twitter, the sexiest chef of all time, and most importantly, the sexiest black YouTuber whose civic duty is to teach the young minds on how to not be stupid on social media. And I often come upon something that makes me feel just a little bit disrespected because I've been instilling this belief in the masses for years on what it means to not be stupid on social media. And the one thing I've harped on my young minds is to not do anything to jeopardize your money, your paper, your cheese, your guap, because as far as I'm aware, we could potentially go into a recession. So you know what that means? Money gonna be tight, and you should be valuing that job. No, I don't care if you work at McDonald's. No, I don't care if you work as a janitor. No, I don't care if you selling that rump roast back there. Money, money. Make sure you getting it by means that is a little bit legal so that you could keep your head above water. Job discrimination is something we don't do around here. So when I see people jeopardizing their job for a little bit of that internet interaction, I just feel disappointed because why are you doing this? But before I give you that, I must give you this. Empower a black woman facing job loss. This is a GoFundMe because recently those are now a trend for stupidity, might I add. As a black woman, the most disrespected group in American history, facing the risk of losing my job, I am in a place where I have to humble myself and ask for help. This isn't easy, but I know I'm not alone. We go through so much and still we rise. As a people, I believe in our strength, our resilience, and in the power of standing together as POCs. If you're able to support even a little, it means more than you know. Thank you for seeing me. And you know, you read that powerful message and you think, oh my God, what happened to this woman? What happened that this black woman, this POC, this person of color could be facing job loss? And what is it that led to this so that I could reach into my wallet and give you my money? Oh, she's joking about how she kills white patients. I'm not too certain that I want to get behind that. I don't think that I should be giving my money towards something like that. In a time where a lot of people don't trust doctors, and you got black people out there talking about how when they go and give birth, they have to run the risk of a white doctor ended up killing their black baby, and white doctors not really diagnosing black people in the right ways. It is not the right time to be joking about how you kill white patients as you work in a hospital, especially when these motherfuckers are running around talking about they got black fatigue. This is not the time for y'all to make the attempt to be funny. This is the worst time because race relations are at an all-time low and division is at an all-time high. And I'm a little bit confused as to how you could think in your breath that something like this couldn't potentially go viral, because in the world of the internet, stupid things tend to go viral a whole hell of a lot. And it's embarrassing that you made this comment, you made this post, and then it went viral, and people on your ass because it's like, what the fucky? Why are you doing this? Why are you saying this? You have me, pretend I'm white for a second. You have me, a white man named Benjamin, sitting here in fear that I'm going to be killed by a nurse. And she's sitting here saying, these white specimens, they're taking my joke to heart. Of course they are, because they're paranoid. Just like everybody else is paranoid living in this damn country now. Because we got people who joke about things, and then you got people who you think are joking and they are dead ass serious about what they mean. So yeah, we gonna make sure that, you kind of toe that line just a little bit and making sure that we are all safe and sanguine. And I feel like she knows that eventually she gonna get that phone call saying, yeah, you fired for this, because she's sitting there trying to make a GoFundMe. And I swear, if I end up seeing, I don't know the donation goal, but if she surpasses that donation goal, I'm gonna start eBaying. I'm gonna start digging into my chest and start pretending like I ain't got nothing in it, and I'm gonna just start asking for money, because I've seen too many examples recently of people just getting money, and I'm embarrassed that I'm not cashing in on any of this. I should be making an all lives fatigue me shirt, but I'm not, because I'm not really chasing money as much as one would expect me to, and I have a little bit of morality left in me to not do some things like that. But anyway, you shouldn't be doing these types of things. You should always value your place of work. You should always value the risk that you run by having these social media interactions, because people are dedicated to being offended by something. And when you do something, or you crack a joke, or you say something that you truly mean, they're going to make you go viral, and they're going to look for where you work, and they're going to make calls to get you fired. Why? Because you upset them with something online. So might I just throw in a controversial take? If you're gonna say all your dark humor, say it offline, say it to your friends, say it to your family, say it to the wall, because most people don't have people like that in their lives, and they talk to the wall at 3 o'clock in the morning. Do something a little bit more stable than broadcasting your dark humor online, because 99% of the time that dark humor is not gonna fly, and the 1% of the time is when you're a fucking comedian, and a lot of people online are not funny. And if I could end this on any note, like I said at the beginning, there's no job discrimination here. You might be sitting there down on your luck thinking you deserve a bigger job. You may be sitting there clocking in and clocking out thinking, oh my God, I wish I was doing something more extravagant. You can do those things and just hold on as you try to achieve those dreams. Hold on to that job, because that money is important. And I would hate for you to lose that money because you wanted to be funny on social media. I would hate for you to lose that money because you think in a time of being stupid, you could also be lucrative in that stupid. It works out for a small minority. It doesn't work out for everybody. And so I implore you all, as you leave class today, to not, and I mean not, be so damn fucking stupid, because it's getting old and it's getting sad. I bid you all farewell from this class. Subscribe to the channel on your way out, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah! Goodbye.